Does the absolute most highly skilled pilot in the world have the right to take off whenever they choose? A pilot manages their own cockpit, engines, and flight path, but the control tower sees the entire airport ecosystem, intersecting runways, incoming traffic, and regional weather. Without that tower, an airport would collapse into chaos within minutes. This wouldn't happen because the pilots lost their skill. It would happen because they lack centralized coordination. Possessing the intelligence to perform an action does not inherently grant the authority to execute it. Shift that exact same dynamic directly into our modern digital infrastructure and replace the human pilot with an autonomous AI agent. These systems have evolved into digital operators capable of irreversible physical and financial actions. They deploy code to live servers, modify production databases, and authorize massive capital transfers. We have given these agents identities and immense capability. Yet, they currently operate without a mandatory authorization checkpoint, moving from intent to execution with zero oversight. This creates the authority paradox. Knowing exactly how to execute a complex digital task is entirely different from being cleared to execute it. Current AI governance focuses on filtering what a model says or recording what an agent did after the fact. Post-execution logs are useless for prevention. Reading a log about a deleted database is reading the record of a crash after impact. True control requires a pre-execution governance layer, an infrastructure gate that intercepts requests before the action is allowed to run. TrigGuard provides this dedicated Layer 3. It functions as the air traffic control for AI execution, operating as a distinct authority over the models. TrigGuard's purpose is not to dictate how an AI thinks, but to deterministically decide if that AI is allowed to impact the real world. When an AI attempts a sensitive action, TrigGuard intercepts it through a deterministic policy engine. Satisfied rules receive a permit. Ambiguity triggers an escalate for human approval. Violations receive a deny, and missing data returns silence. Both fail-closed outcomes permanently block execution. Every single decision results in a cryptographically signed ED25519 receipt. This creates an unforgeable, offline verifiable audit trail of exactly what was authorized and why. Intelligence does not give a system the authority to act. In a world of autonomous agents, a cryptographic denial receipt is the ultimate proof of control. In the financial sector, AI agents triggering large-scale transactions require irrefutable proof of authorization for every single dollar moved. On the manufacturing floor, unauthorized AI modifications to production equipment can disrupt entire assembly lines and compromise safety protocols. And in autonomous vehicles, physical maneuvers in dynamic environments require deterministic permission before the car interacts with its surroundings. Across every high-assurance industry, relying on AI models to self-regulate is a liability. Deploying autonomous systems without pre-execution authorization is no longer an acceptable operational risk. You can put the smartest pilot in the world in the cockpit, but they will still sit on the runway waiting for clearance. The most sophisticated artificial intelligence in the world must be held to that exact same standard. We have spent decades making systems more capable and more intelligent, yet the need for a coordinating authority, the control tower, has not vanished. As AI becomes more autonomous, it needs its own control tower, not to replace intelligence, but to decide when intelligence is allowed to act, which is the foundational infrastructure TrigGuard is building.